think you get yourself a bottle, I'll get myself a bottle.
Reuse those.
You had these over here.
The kick-ass spout.
Yeah.
The pour spout.
Yeah, you could use those in anything.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we have here? What do we have in front of us, Mr. W2?
Why don't you give us an intro?
Mr. Plague Doctor. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boils and ghouls, welcome to the Savor the Burn podcast. My name is Jonathan. Across the table from me is the ever mysterious, ever amazing Wizard Fingers, Mr. W2 himself. He's glugging some Von Payne in our whiskey glasses, our Glencairn whiskey glasses. And tonight we're getting ready to try this the Bitter Payne cocktail. It's made out of some interesting things. Well, actually, it's made out of an ingredient we haven't used before, I don't think.
No.
I don't even think we've used that juice. We've used grapefruit juice.
Mm-hmm.
Probably be the closest thing.
Yeah, and I've had the dehydrated ones for a while. But,
the slices, yeah.
But I don't know if we've used it on here. So this is the Bitter Payne. It's a riff on a whiskey sour.
Mm-hmm.
It has Von Payne Black whiskey. It has lemon juice, freshly squeezed, of course.
Of course.
And freshly squeezed blood orange juice.
Mm-hmm. And a couple dashes of Fee Foam.
And then we use Fee Foam. And this was my first time using it. Fee Foam is from Fee Brothers. It is an egg white substitute.
Mm-hmm. And
it says it only needs 2 to 3 dashes. So making 2 cocktails, I put 5 or 6 dashes in there.
Mm-hmm.
I think next time I'm going to put a little bit more in there. It frothed up a little bit, but not much at all.
It did have a bit of foam, but then we started messing with it,
right.
Taking pictures of it, not drinking it. And then doing selfie videos with it. If you want to see the selfie video, check it out on our Reels and Shorts and on TikTok. But yeah, this looks great. I'm a big fan of the whiskey sour, and I have expectations of what this will be with the Von Payne Black. That's good.
Nice.
That's good. It's got a bitter sweetness to it,
mm-hmm.
That you would expect from the blood orange.
Bitter Payne.
Yep. Bitter Payne. And I like the garnish you came up with it. You threw a
the
blackberry on a skewer with the
on their website. They just had a blackberry skewered down in it, and I thought, you know what? I have those dehydrated blood oranges.
Mm-hmm.
How about we pop one of those on there? And I was hoping I could just get it to float right in the middle, and then just kind of balance blackberry on there. But
maybe had you dropped the egg white in there, that could have happened.
Give it a little more substance on the top.
It'll be interesting to see what you can do with that Fee Foam, with the foaming agent, and in future cocktails.
I'm sure if you put enough in there, I'm sure it foams up like a good egg white substitute. But part of me just has a doubt that it would actually have like that meringue consistency.
I highly doubt it would.
Like the first frost we had, what made that was the fact that when we dropped that sprig of rosemary on top of it, it actually looked like it was laying in the snow.
Yeah, it held it in place. It didn't let it drop into the cocktail.
And
that would have been a problem.
Yeah, and that was a pure result of a good foamed egg white.
Probably the best example that you can find anywhere on the internet today, and even in the future. 100 years from now, they're going to be talking about that foam. That's what I think.
That's such a good cocktail. So what's everyone out there doing on this year's Halloween? Leave us some comments. Let us know. Leave us a voicemail. If you're using the Spotify app to listen to this podcast, you should see a button and a option on there to leave us a voicemail message. We would love that.
And let us know what your favorite Halloween candy is. Mine has always been the peanut butter cups or anything from Reese's Pieces. Reese's.
You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, it's so good. The peanut butter cups of any size are great. From anywhere to like the little minis that we've used in the cocktails before to a the big 2-pound motherfucker.
Is that the one that they put out at Christmas time?
Yeah, and there's 2 of them in there. I guess they're 1 pound. It's 1 pound.
1 pound each
or something. Yeah, I can handle that. I have handled that.
I think when my son Ethan was
diabetes.
No joke. I think when my son Ethan was probably like 10, 12, somewhere in there, I got him the jumbo size Snickers bar. And I think it's like a 2 or 3 pound Snickers bar. But I've got a picture somewhere of him holding it up there. And, I mean, no joke. It's like 10 inches long. It's just enormous Snickers bar, bigger than your head. He ate the whole thing, though.
Attaboy. His mama didn't raise no punk. He ain't raised no bitch. Yeah, this year be the first year I'm dressing up in I don't know how many years. I got myself a little Mothman onesie costume that I got off of Amazon. It's ridiculous, and it's also ridiculously hot. It's like wearing a full body sweater. I'm not ready for that.
No.
One year, I want to say it was 2015, it snowed in the morning. Boy, was I upset.
Yeah.
Man, I was upset. Not happy.
I really like the flavor the blood orange juice adds to this.
It's unique. It's not as
and it's
not as bitter or assaulting on the palate as grapefruit would be.
But as strong as it is, there's really not that much in it. Half ounce per cocktail versus 3/4 of lemon juice.
Yeah, you're right. There's really not a lot of blood orange in there. I would still say that's a mighty fine looking cocktail. I just realized, usually what we do is we try to make the cocktail to where the spirit of choice shines, and it's lost in this cocktail.
It actually is, yeah. Well, the thing is interesting
and
about
there's a full 2 ounces in there.
The Von Payne itself has the blackcurrant berry in it, so it's already flavored, and you put 2 more juice flavors in there with there, and yeah, very easily your whiskey just gets lost. And I totally agree. It did. You'll lose the identity of the Von Payne.
Maybe that's what makes it such a bitter Payne. It's not bitter. It's not bitter at all. It's sour. It's a sour Payne.
Chase with a sip off of that.
All right.
And there's the lost Von Payne.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Doing it that way brings out, there's a nuttiness that I didn't realize was in there. And that's unexpected, but it's very pleasant. And there's a honey sweet finish on it now.
Yeah.
That complements with it. I would suggest to Von Payne to pull that lemon juice maybe down to 1/4 ounce, if even have it in there at all.
Lemon is strong. It does not take a whole lot of lemons.
It does not.
I mean, how many times have we had our buddy Mitch over and we had just the
lemon
snake
hits
bite?
him pretty hard.
The snake bite. I think that one, we only put 1/4 ounce of lemon juice in that one. That was all
I was surprised
Cointreau
when he said that was so lemon forward.
But yeah, he's like, it's lemon forward.
All I can taste is lemon. It's really lemon forward, huh? I wasn't sleeping. Fuck you.
Love you, brother.
He's a good dude. We need to hook up with him again.
Yes, sir. Well, I've got a bottle upstairs of a very, very nice, easy drinking bourbon that he gifted me for my birthday. And so
yeah, what was it?
It was the Dancing Goat.
Dancing Goat. I think before that, I had never heard of Dancing Goat.
I hadn't. I definitely had not. But it is a great drink.
He's pretty good about finding some of the more obscure things and bringing them to the table. He did that with the Devil's River, that bourbon, and it wasn't bad at all. It was very oaky, from what I remember. But it was just, every bit as good as your standard white label Jim Beam.
Yeah,
but maybe a little better.
Thanks to that, it led me to find the Devil's River coffee bourbon.
Right,
and that's amazing.
Yeah. So, did you use that with like a creamer of some kind?
Yeah. Yep.
A sipping cream.
Put a little bit of bourbon cream in there.
Yep. Okay.
So good.
Yeah. That sounds like the way to do it to me. It sounds like a good day. I mean, pulling the chaser with the full strength Von Payne Black, it just makes the Von Payne Black so much better. It was already good to begin with.
Yeah.
I think, but it's definitely good. This is a lower proof, right? It's like 60?
Something like that, yeah.
It's over there. I'll look at it later. But it's a lower proof, and it's...
I'll look at it now.
He's going to get it now. So we know a little bit more about what we're talking about. Yeah, 90. Shit. 90. That's a 90 proof?
Jesus
Christ. Yeah, going back to at the back of the bottle on this Von Payne Black, it says blended whiskey infused with natural black currant. I wonder what their whiskey tastes like. Not infused. It's just straight ass Von Payne whiskey. I wonder if they even have one. We need to get a hold of them. What a cool fucking bottle. Sweet Jesus.
That's their website.
That's the Von Payne website. Yep, vonpayne.com. Discover the pleasure of pain. While W2 is loading up some information here on the Von Payne Black, I want to remind everybody to stop by the savortheburn.com website and check out the liquor cabinet, the cocktails page, where W2 has really outdone himself once again on the way he's masterfully crafted the website. And stop by the shop page. So in this cocktail we have some dehydrated blood orange slices, and you'll find those individually and in a multi-pack in the shop. It's an Amazon affiliate link. So whatever you buy using our affiliate links, we get a little bit of a commission on that, and that helps the podcast. It helps us pay for more bottles, merch in the future. It really helps keep the machine rolling. So we thank you in advance for doing that. What'd you find here on the website?
So Von Payne is a blended whiskey infused with natural black currant, which you already said. It's got the metal gargoyle pour spout, and then it's 90 proof.
Yeah.
Born in Florida. And just such a unique bottle.
It is.
I remember reading and learning about the founder 3D printed the shape of this bottle that they then had mass produced on there. But it's it's definitely one of a kind bottle. It's got a thick glass bottom on there. It's got a little bit of an hourglass to it. But what really makes this stand out is that metal gargoyle pour spout. So when you get the bottle, it has a little rubber stopper on the inside that you take off of it. It comes with a little gargoyle little condom that you put over his face.
Little face cap.
But you take that off there and you literally just tip it and pour it, and it
keeps the dust out and the evil spirits in.
And then he just spews forth right from his gullet.
Yeah, and if you've watched our videos involving anything with the Von Payne Black, you've seen it. Just peeks it right out of the glass. You know, back in the olden days, the days of kings and queens, they would have their goblets, their drinking glasses were metal, and they were made out of pewter. And for the longest time, centuries and centuries, tomatoes were thought poisonous because when they would drink anything with tomatoes off their or eat anything with their plates were made out of pewter as well, and their cutlery was pewter. So when they cut and they serve and they cook and they consume anything made with tomatoes on pewter, it would be toxic. And it would be poisonous, and it would make everybody sick almost to the point of death, and probably did kill people. So I guess for the longest time, people thought tomatoes were poisonous. Yeah, so this is their cocktail page here on vonpayne.com. Wow. The whiskey and tonic looks cool. It's got lime in it.
I thought that looked great, too, yeah. I mean, just straight, simple Von Payne and tonic water.
The pain in the neck has a different ingredient up there. What is that?
Pain in the neck is the whiskey and tonic. This is the Royal Pain.
Royal Pain, okay.
And there's
that old fashioned. That was so good.
And this was the pain in the ass that we were gonna do, but it's all right.
That's a cool looking mug,
isn't it?
Look at that. Yeah. It's your whiskey mule mug, but it's got it's got a different handle. It's black with the copper gargoyle on the front, Von Payne logo.
I'm just going to go out on a limb.
Look at their merch.
That's a cool hoodie.
So simple. Black and white design. Amen, sister. Amen. All it's got is it's gargoyles. It's Von Payne underneath. They put that on anything, and you know it's going to sell. That's a cool little coffin-style flask. But you know, if I had the Von Payne flask, the only thing going in that
this Von Payne
would be Von Payne. That T-shirt, I'd wear it on stage.
I would absolutely. I might have to. Yeah. I might have to order that.
Yeah. What do they want for it?
$20.
Fuck. Yeah, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
All day long.
All day long. Do they sell double extra fat?
I did see it on there. Oh, look at this.
Those coasters are cool. Oh, that mixing. What do they call that? A bar runner?
Yep. The bar mat.
Bar mat. That's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, the coasters are cool looking, and there it is. Oh, there's a shot glass, a metal shot glass.
Oh, wow.
2 for $10.
I have shot glasses. I don't use them, really. I use them to measure, because I have...
$25.
I have a jigger, but the mug. That's a cool looking mug. If you like mules...
Dude, that is...
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass mug.
Yeah.
Because it's a mule. That's a play on words.
You know what this does?
That's a dad joke right there.
This just gives me ideas. If and when we were to ever do a mule mug,
Uh-huh.
Might have to think of something like this.
Yeah, that handle.
The handle's cool.
Yeah. It's black.
The flat black with the copper.
Savor the Burn logo would look beautiful on that. Yeah. Oh shit! There's a second page of merch. What's on that? Even more. There's
Another flask.
a pocket flask, pool floaty. Get the fuck out!
It's a pool floaty on the bottle.
What the fuck? A tin tacker. That's pretty cool.
Okay, the tin sign. Yes.
Yeah, that would look really cool in this room. 10 by 17. It's not that big. It looks bigger in the picture.
No,
but,
that's all right. That's cool.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, that's about
man.
the same. That's about.
Yeah.
Almost poster size. That's not bad at all. Yeah, that Von Payne flask looks good, especially that second picture of it. Gar. I almost snorted. Dear listener, if you're still listening, go to vonpayne.com, and they got lots of merch. It's cool merch, and if you listen to us, you'd probably look good in their merch. Buy their merch since you can't buy ours, and tell them we sent you. I'm letting my Von Payne sit in the grapefruit or the blood orange slice for a little bit. It's already pretty well rehydrated because it's been kind of bendy, but I'm definitely going to enjoy biting into that sumbitch. I don't know how you couldn't not like this Von Payne Black.
Yeah,
unless you just don't like alcohol. There are those that do that, especially in this month.
Or those who just
October.
Yeah, those that just don't like flavored whiskeys.
Or flavored, yeah. My boss, one of my many bosses, Jared. He's the one that
sore
I
dick?
got. Yeah, it's like a sore dick. You can't beat it. I talk like that because he's a little country, but his taste in whiskey is like Evan Williams, that Black Label, the original. Evan Williams, and I think it's too sour mash for me. It's too just it's not for me. Definitely not sweet enough. What is that? You can buy a 6-pack of Von Payne,
a case
for $374.70. They could have rounded up to $375.
Most people would have been okay with that.
Right. Oh, and it comes with a free shipping and a free coffin flask.
Huh?
They got lots of cool little deals here on their website.
I mean, $64.95 for a single bottle.
I wonder if that's what the MSRP in store is.
I think it was $66 was the shelf price on that one that we saw. Wasn't it?
I couldn't read it. I couldn't zoom in far enough. Worth it.
Yeah.
It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's definitely interesting. It's got a lot of character to it. It's the only black currant infused whiskey that I know of.
And I don't think I really knew what black currant was until we had this and researched it and talked about it.
Did a little research, yeah.
Because we learned that, I forget what the year was, but wasn't that long ago that black currant berries were illegal in the States.
Yeah, considered an invasive species. But of course, you got your people like you and me that say to hell with the law. If we want black currants, we're going to have our black currants, and they grow their black currants.
That doesn't happen.
I'm not.
Right?
I'm not saying I'm the kind of person that would grow anything that would ever be illegal in the history of ever, which I have. Long story from way back. My mom and her boyfriend Sam, when I was living out in Blue Springs, we used to grow weed in 5-gallon buckets on the back porch. And without fail, anytime that there was a helicopter, we had to run outside, grab all the 5-gallon buckets and drag them indoors before, the helicopter could go overhead. Because, they just knew that there were cameras and they were taking pictures of everybody's backyards and looking for weed plants growing. I don't know how true that was. But I know my uncle, he ran into some problems before it was legal, maybe 15 years ago-ish. He was growing a plant right along the property line, or at least there was a plant growing along the property line. I don't know if it was his or not. But a helicopter flew overhead, and next thing he knows, there's a bunch of cops at his front door. And they want to talk about what's growing in his yard. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. But by the time the cops got there, he had already run out and ripped the plant out of the ground and threw it over the fence. Whatever. They say possession is 9/10 of the law. But nowadays, it's legal. You can grow it. You can smoke it. You can possess it. It's not federally legal. It's not legal in all states.
Right.
But to those that want to partake and enjoy in and those left-handed cigarettes filled with the devil's lettuce, they can go right for it. They can have at it. Did you do the rating for it?
Yes, sir.
What did you give it on the nose?
Gave it a 4 1/4.
4 1/4. And so we've talked about this before. When it comes to cocktails, the nose really isn't that big of a. It's not that big of a selling point, so to speak.
I've tried to make it a little bit more of a conscious effort. That said, though, this one just had so much citrus between the lemon and the blood orange. Yeah, I thought it had a great nose.
And with these ratings, these are just two people.
Right.
Two dudes sitting at a table talking into microphones, talking to each other. Any of you listening could possibly get a different rating. And if you do get a different rating, please let us know. We'd love to know what you think of these cocktails after you guys make them. We know our friend Janelle. We'll leave her last name out of it, for privacy's sake. But Janelle, her brother made some cocktails. Actually, made that amaretto sour for her out of the Kentucky bourbon whiskey, and she loved it too. That was the only 15 out of 10 that I ever gave a cocktail before we even had a rating, I think. But all right, so you gave it a 4 1/4. Wow, this is the second time this has happened. I gave it a lower rating at 4.
Okay.
4's not bad. 4 1/4 is better. Whatever. How about the palate?
I gave the palate 3 3/4.
I gave it a 3 1/2.
Okay.
I think that's because it's better than average, but I'm missing the Von Payne in this cocktail. I think it needs a little bit of doctoring. I think some of the ingredient in there, like the lemon, is too much, and it's taking away from the cocktail. How about the finish?
I gave the finish 3 1/2.
I gave it a 4. I thought the finish was better than the palate, which was weird. So, how about the presentation? I know it's yours, and you as artists, we are our own worst critic.
I gave it a 4 1/2.
4 1/2. Is that after you took a picture of it and looked at it with your new phone and all those pixels?
That was before.
Before? When you look at the photo of it,
the photo's pretty damn good.
Damn right it is. How is that not a 5?
I don't know.
That's all right. So you gave it a what?
4 1/2.
4 1/2. All right. Well, what was your overall rating?
What did you give it for presentation?
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I gave it a 5. No. I thought it'd just be a given because I'm a fan of W2 and his handicraft work and what he does with cocktails.
And my whizzle fingers, or
whizzle, whiskey fingers. That was good. I don't think you've done that before. I don't think you've misspoke on the podcast yet with your fucking whiskey words. That's good. That's good. It's usually me. By the second tasting, I'm like,
that's some good shit.
Wicked good. Tastes like wiki. Yeah, I gave it a 5. So my overall rating came at 8 1/4. That's a 5, man. You need your peepers fucking checked.
Wait to see this next one.
You need to go to the eye mechanic. Give your peepers a tune-up, because those cocktail photos you got there look good to me. I mean, if I saw those on savortheburn.com/cocktails,
that'd be all right.
I would not hesitate if I had those ingredients. I would not hesitate. I might drop the lemon a little bit by 1/2 ounce. That way you're only putting in a 1/4 ounce of lemon. That's beautiful, man. That's
bam.
Beautiful. Look how red that is. Yeah, I'd say if I were making this myself, let's see, write this down here. Actually, do you have any thoughts on this cocktail? I haven't written a little description or synopsis of it yet.
My only thought on this is really just right in line with what you said. The Von Payne just disappears in the cocktail, and I wish it would have been around a little bit more. Mm-hmm. So is that pulling back some of the juices, or is that maybe bumping from 2 ounces? 2 ounces is pretty hefty.
I think 2 ounces is a strong...
But you could go 2 1/2.
You could.
So I don't know. That's all I got.
I would think if you're going to bump up the Von Payne, like if you just want to, do it. Because it's 90 proof. You can add more, and it's really not going to make that much a difference. So you do, 2.5 ounces Von Payne. You drop the lemon juice from 3/4 ounce to 1/4 ounce. Mm-hmm. Leave the blood orange alone, at 7.
I think so, because it's only at a
3/4
half.
ounce.
Well, the blood orange is half
half?
ounce.
Oh shit. Okay.
So you got 2.5 Von Payne. You could do a quarter or a half of lemon juice.
Like if you use the Fee Brothers Fee Foam, go heavy with it.
Go heavy with it, or just go to an egg white.
If you're gonna use the Fee Foam, yeah, I would suggest go heavy. Instead of 2 to 3 dashes, do 4 to 5, or 5 to 6.
Yeah, 5 to 6,
and see how that does. That's so beautiful, dude. Look at that. Those photos turned out great.
Yeah, those turned out really good.
There's nothing non-photogenic about Von Payne. Go to their website. You'll see what we're talking about. And while you're going to websites, go to savortheburn.com/cocktails, and you will see these photos that we're talking about. They're absolutely beautiful. Actually, they're going to be on our Instagram page or our Instagram profile, probably on TikTok or X, whatever. It's going to be on all our socials. So yeah, 2.5 ounces of the Von Payne, a 1/4 ounce of lemon juice, 1/2 ounce of blood orange, either 5 to 7 dashes.
Yeah, I mean, look at that
foam. That's beautiful. That cross section of that blood orange is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Or just use 1 egg white. I think the Savor the Burn version of the Bitter Payne cocktail would be as follows: 2.5 ounces of Von Payne, 1/4 ounce lemon juice, 1/2 ounce blood orange juice, and 1 egg white. And then, garnish with the blood orange, dehydrated blood orange slice, and the blackberry, if you want to. Maybe half blackberry. That way it looks like a pretty little nipple sitting there in your cocktail. And who doesn't want that?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me. You have any closing thoughts on this bad boy?
I like it. And happy Halloween.
Well, dear listener, if you're looking for a different cocktail involving the Von Payne Black, you can go to the Von Payne website and you can see a wide variety of different cocktails that they have. They have great photos. You may end up needing to adjust these recipes to where they actually make the spirit of choice shine if you're going to do it the Savor the Burn way, Savor the Burn fashion. But this was a good cocktail. It was actually better than it was a high, good, low, great grade that we gave them. So yeah, definitely try out the Bitter Payne cocktail featuring the Von Payne Black whiskey with some lemon juice, some blood orange juice, maybe some dashes of Fee Foam or an egg white, which is what we're going to do next time. And
yes, definitely.
I mean, if you go with what W2 said about it, I like it. That's what he said, and I agree.
No,
I like it. It's a good cocktail. It'll definitely break up the norm at your cocktail party, or if you're just hanging out with friends, you're like, so Von Payne, huh? What can you do with it? You can show them by giving them a little bit of Bitter Payne.
Stick around, find out.
Stick around and find out. You might find yourself with a little bit of pain in the ass if you're not careful.
I am sad we didn't get to that one.
That's all right. It'll happen. We'll have to do that at another sitting.
Yep.
Maybe that'll be the Christmas episode. Von Payne strikes again with a pain in the ass. Happy New Year. Whatever. I don't know. I really don't know.
I like it.
But dear listener, thank you for listening to this episode of the Savor the Burn podcast. Thank you for listening on your favorite podcast app of choice. Please stop by our YouTube page if you haven't already, and click subscribe, and keep following us on all social medias, TikTok, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Facebook, and Instagram. And no matter who you are, what you're doing, who you're doing it with, hopefully you're on the SavorTheBurn.com website. Always remember to keep on burning.